Most men never fully understand this. But just because a woman stops talking about you doesn't mean you've been erased from her world. Silence is deceptive. It makes you believe you've been forgotten, like your existence has been deleted from her thoughts, but emotions don't work that way. She could block you everywhere, remove your pictures, act like you never mattered, and still you live in quiet spaces of her mind. See, women don't always grieve out loud. They don't always post sad quotes, cry in public, or tell friends the whole story. Sometimes the grief is invisible, internal, wrapped up in their daily life like background noise they can't turn off. And that's the part most men miss. They think because she's not showing it, she's over it. But the truth is, the more deeply you affected her, the more silent she'll be when you're gone. Loud reactions happen when something's temporary. Quiet reactions happen when something left a mark. She doesn't tell anyone. Maybe not even herself. But you show up in her routines in ways that catch her off guard. She hears a song that makes her chest tighten. She walks past that place. You always went, and suddenly the rhythm of her life feels broken. You weren't just a relationship. You were a pattern, a habit, a piece of her emotional wiring. And here's the thing about emotional wiring. It doesn't just untangle because the relationship ends. Emotional presence gets stored in muscle, memory, in nervous system reactions, in gut feelings. That's why she stays silent, because explaining it to anyone else wouldn't make sense. Even to herself it feels confusing, but it happens. Daily, quietly, not with drama. But with those sudden moments where everything feels offend, she knows exactly why. She won't say this to anyone, but deep down she wonders if she was enough. No matter how confident she looks, no matter how put together her life seems, that doubt creeps in when the noise of the world fades. During the day, she's busy, surrounded by friends, laughing, posting like nothing touches her. But at night, when it's quiet, when no one's around to impress, that voice shows up. Why wasn't I enough? Even if she was the one who walked away, even if she ended it, that voice doesn't care about facts. It cares about feelings. And feelings don't follow logic. They follow emotional weight. The heavier you impacted her, the louder that whisper gets in her moments of stillness. Women internalize things differently than men, where you might try to numb it or push it away. She looks inward. She blames herself more than you'd think. What did I miss? What could I have said differently? Should I have tried harder? Maybe I wasn't exciting enough, fun enough, soft enough, strong enough. Even if she knows she gave everything, she still carries that weight. And it's not weakness. Proof that she cared. Women don't break from things that didn't matter. They break from things that mattered too much. That's the difference. It's not just you. She's grieving. It's the version of herself she gave to you. The version that trusted you with her heart, her vulnerability, her softness. Losing you feels like losing a part of herself she thought was safe, and no one sees this happening. It's invisible to the outside world. That's why she looks so composed, but don't mistake silence for strength. Sometimes silence is just survival. It's her way of trying to protect the parts of herself that still don't have answers, even if she's moved on. Even if she's seeing someone new, that comparison is always happening silently in the background. It's not about looks, money, or status. It's about emotional impact. She's not thinking about whether the new guy dresses better or drives a nicer car. She's measuring something much deeper: how you made her feel. Emotional safety. Emotional presence. It's a feeling of being fully seen, fully understood, fully accepted. That's what she's comparing. And if you gave her that, if you were one of the rare ones who made her feel genuinely connected, that feeling becomes the measuring stick for everyone who comes after you. You don't get replaced by better haircuts or nicer conversations. You get compared by energy, by how the room felt when you were in it, by the way she could talk to you about things she never told anyone else. That's the currency of emotional connection, and it's a currency not many can offer. Every new smile, every playful flirtation, it all gets weighed against the echo of what you gave her. And here's the part that hurts. She often notices what's missing more than what's there. The new guy could be perfect on paper, checking all the right boxes. But if he doesn't give her that feeling, she knows it. And no matter how much she tries to lean into something new, the memory of that emotional bond lingers underneath it all. It's not that she's holding on to you because she wants to. It's that emotional impact doesn't go away just because someone new shows up. You're still there in the empty spaces of her happiness, in the subtle moments when she realizes she doesn't laugh the same, doesn't feel the same, doesn't open up the same. And that realization hits harder than words ever could. There are moments you've probably forgotten that she remembers with perfect clarity. Not the big dates or the dramatic conversations, the little things. The way you looked at her when she was rambling about something she loved. The way your hand found hers without thinking. The soft smile you gave her when she wasn't looking. To you, those were just normal moments. To her, they were everything. Women don't just remember events, they remember feelings. And those small moments, the ones you didn't even realize mattered, became emotional anchors in her world. You might not even recall the time. You stayed up late just to listen to her vent about something small, or the way you pulled her close when she was having a bad day. What she does. Those are the memories that return uninvited. It's not the vacations, not the expensive dinners, the quiet moments where she felt seen, heard, and safe. That's what sticks. That's why even now, no matter how much time has passed, she'll be doing something ordinary and suddenly get hit with that emotional memory. Like opening a drawer and accidentally pulling out something sharp, cuts unexpectedly. It's not the grand gestures that women carry, it's the consistency of how you showed up. Its emotional presence is unforgettable, not because of the size of the act, but because of the depth of the feeling. That's why you still show up in her head at random times, not because she's obsessed or weak, but because those little things felt like home. And when you felt that kind of emotional safety, you don't forget it. You don't just remember what happened, you remember how it made your soul feel. And sometimes, that's the hardest thing to live with after it's gone. It's not the loss of the person, but the loss of that feeling. One of the biggest reasons she stays silent is because she's scared to feel it all at once. It's not that she doesn't care, it's that if she ever let herself fully feel the weight of what was lost, it might break her in ways she doesn't know how to fix. Why she keeps busy, why she fills her days with distractions, why she laughs with friends even when her heart's heavy. It's survival, not indifference. People always assume that silence means someone has moved on, but often, silence is just self-protection. It's easier to pretend you're fine than to sit with the ache of everything you wanted but didn't get. So she smiles, she posts, she laughs, and no one notices that beneath it all is a woman carefully holding herself together by threads. But even with all the distractions, there's still that quiet hope in her hope that maybe, just maybe, you think about her too. She'll never admit it. Maybe not even to herself, but that hope lingers. She hopes you hear a certain song and your stomach tightens. She hopes you drive past a place you both used to go and feel that sting of memory. She doesn't want to need that reassurance, but part of her does. Not because she's desperate, but because what you had felt real, and real things leave echoes. She won't reach out. Pride won't let her. Fear won't let her. But that doesn't mean she's let go. It just means she's surviving. And if you've ever wondered whether you mattered to her, the answer is yes. You mattered deeply. Maybe more than she was ready for. And that's why your silence echoes in her life, not because of who you were, but because of how you made her feel. That's the part that never really leaves.